Good morning, Dopey, and welcome to a proper episode of Good Morning, Dopey. I feel like I know I've let you guys down. Every episode is me complaining about the daily reflections now.
It's like 3 minutes. You complain about the daily reflections. It's late.
So let's take welcome back to Evan.
Thank you.
To get us back on track to do an actual daily reflection.
We're back at the beach.
Look at this. The truth is, Evan, right? And I think we've discussed this before on the show. I obviously love the program. I love recovery. I love all that stuff. I don't love this book. It's fucking annoying.
You know, it's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever read the 24-hour book.
Probably.
It's like...
Is that better?
No. It's like...
Is that worse?
You think like this is... It's not worse, but it's like really God, and it's like almost like...
Quasi-religious.
Yes, exactly. It's like... But I always say this, and like it's become part of like my daily thing. Like when I first got sober, like I would read the daily reflections in the morning, the 24-hour book. I would do my prayers, and that would be my little routine in the morning. So now I'm like at the point where it's like, oh well, like this shit's like kind of been working for me.
So wait, what are you doing in the morning? Break it down.
Okay, so in the morning I get up, right? Depends where I'm at, because like now, like when I was home still and not like with my girlfriend as much, it was like easy, right? You know, it's like get up, like actually hit my knees and pray and like do the daily reflection.
No, but what are you doing today?
Today, okay. So today, I still got up and I prayed, but I don't like hit my knees anymore. It's like
What do you pray? While you're brushing your teeth?
Brushing my teeth,
really?
Yeah, doing things like that.
Oh God, what do you say?
It's in my head.
What do you say?
You know, just like, God, thank you for waking me up for another day, and you know, guide my actions today.
While you're brushing.
I don't say, it's more in my head.
Okay.
It's more in
so
my head.
You're not saying prayers at all.
Is a prayer technically spoken out loud?
Yes.
I don't know.
Listen, you got to tighten the prayer game up.
You think?
Yeah, dude. You got to say something.
Shit.
Well, maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. Dopey Nation, does it count that Evan says his prayers if he's not saying anything?
It's in my head, though. God hears what's in my head.
Dopey Nation, what do you think? I think God is lurking behind us, and look at that, how beautiful the clouds look.
It's nice. It's nice.
Right.
So anyway, I do my prayers.
I'm just playing.
I do my prayers, and then I read the daily reflection.
You do?
The 24 hours.
Every day?
Every morning.
The daily reflection?
But listen.
Why didn't you do this?
Listen now. I get up early, right?
How early?
For the gym. 5 sometimes,
Really?
you know.
Every day?
Yeah. So I'll read it, and as soon as I read it, if you ask me what I read it, it's gone. Because I'm still, like, fucking out of it. But what I was trying to say is, like, it's become such a part of my routine, the daily reflection 24 hours. And I remember reading in the back of the big book, there's, like, one of the stories, and it's like, I don't know which one of these things keep me sober, but I'm not willing to find out. So I feel like it's the fear of, like, I'm not going to stop doing either of them, even though, like, I don't know how much I'm really getting out of it. But it's worked up until this point, so why am I going to stop doing that, you know?
Well, I've always considered the whole thing spiritual strip poker, where you have all this bundle of shit, and like you have the meeting, you have your sponsor, you have your sponsees, you have your step work, whatever,
Right.
and you can lose one or the other, and it's not until you lose all of it that you're really vulnerable. So like in your own practice, like what's the first thing you lose? Obviously saying hitting your knees is gone.
Yeah.
Saying your prayers out loud is gone. What else?
I guess something that I struggle to do every day is to like reach out to somebody.
Really? You're isolated.
Just because I get caught up in and I'll do it for like a few days and then I'll fall off with it. Like there's this app that I use. It's called the 10-step inventory app.
Is it raining?
Yeah, I think it is. It's drizzling a little bit. So this app, it takes you through a bunch of questions. It's like, did you act out in fear today? Did you reach out to somebody in recovery? Did you do this? Did you do that? And the ones that I constantly miss on are, did you do or say something out of fear today? And did you reach out to someone else in recovery? Those are the two I'm constantly
What's the
missing
first
on.
one?
Well, there's multiple, but those are just the...
This is a worksheet?
No, I'll show you. It's basically
it's
like...
It's a 10-step app?
Yeah, it just walks you through, like, different questions. So, you go to nightly inventory.
Wow.
And here.
I love this.
And then it asks you questions.
Let's see. Was I resentful? Oh, you don't want to say yes because then you start writing, right?
I don't write. I just click off yes. It's more of just like, okay, yes, and then it's like, okay, where was I resentful?
Definitions: holding a grudge against someone or something for yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Next.
you go through the question.
Was I dishonest? No.
Usually I'm good with that one.
Did I promptly admit when I was wrong today? Sometimes. No. Do I owe an apology? Yes. Did I do or say something out of fear? Yes. Have I kept? This is awesome. Send this to me. Is it free?
Yeah, it's free.
Okay, send this.
So you go.
What is it? Tell the Dopey Nation.
It's literally called 10th Step app. So if you see it on my phone right there, that's what it looks like.
Nice.
And at the end, it gives you a score, right? So it's like 70%, 80%.
You're 80% sober, 80% righteous.
So the score is kind of like Fugazi type of shit.
No, I like that.
But I mean, basically for me, it's like, because I know when I was doing my inventory.
You know that dude Matt is doing this thing every night.
Which Matt?
Jewish Matt.
Oh,
Wikipod Matt.
Yes. But it just helps me like go through it and kind of be like, because when I was doing it just in my head, it would be like, was I fearful? No. Was I selfish? No. Was I dishonest?
I never do
no.
this stuff.
Okay.
All
right. See you later. Good night. Like that's how it would be. So this like makes me actually think about it. So, and then I feel like I want to do like I get like a 50, and I'm like, fuck. I got to step up my game. So it's good. It's a solid app.
Did I told you about this guy I met who I'm gonna do this workbook with?
Yes.
The Stratford Men's Workbook.
Yeah, it
Are
sounds
you scared?
very
Are you scared?
intense.
Are you scared of this thing?
Sounds very intense.
It's 138 pages. I gotta print it.
I feel like
I got a 3-hole punch. I'm putting it in a binder.
After you told me this, you know what I thought about? I thought about
You're like, Dave's a nerd.
No,
Dave's an idiot.
I thought about the NA book.
Yeah.
Because it just walks you through like 7,000 questions of different things on each step. And I think it's good for someone who's already been through the steps, because like I feel like for me, like I needed the solution like immediately, like I couldn't wait like 2.5 years to go through a workbook to get that spiritual awakening, like so someone who's already been through that and like going over it, I think that's a good thing. But I don't know about like first coming in. What do I know? I don't know shit.
Well, I don't know either. I would have liked it when I first came in because it would have been just something to do.
That's
like
true.
I would have liked it and it would have been all laid out. I'm like hesitant now because I'm so busy and I just know it's gonna be sloppy fast writing and that shit. All right, let's get to the daily reflection.
All right.
What time is it?
1:45.
All right. Today is our anniversary meeting, and I'm giving my incredible sponsee 26-year coin today.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool.
26-year coin.
That's great.
Right?
That's great.
What an idiot for choosing me.
No,
right,
not at all,
Let's
man.
get to it.
All right, September 25th. First things first.
Is it the 25th?
Yes, the 25th. DopeyCon is 6 days away.
It's approaching fast.
I'm excited.
Me too.
All right. Some of us have taken very hard knocks to learn this truth.
Uh-oh.
Job or no job, wife or no wife.
Yes.
We simply do not stop drinking so long as we place dependence upon other people ahead of a dependence on God. Okay, let's start over.
We simply do not stop drinking.
So we won't stop drinking if we continue to place dependence upon people.
I wish this book would
God.
leave me alone. Okay, keep going.
You feel like it's a personal attack?
No, it's just like listen. You do it. You read the book every day, so I'm impressed with that. I made this commitment, 352 days ago or something to do this, and like I remember the first day I was like and now the 352nd day I'm like whatever it is. Anyway, it's probably the 300.
You fought it since day one.
I mean, like I just don't buy all of it.
No,
I don't buy that. Like, let's hear that again. We simply do not stop drinking so long as we place dependence. See, the way you deal with it, and if I want to be like proactive in this thing or positive, the way we deal with it is we say as long as we place dependence upon other people ahead of us doing the next right thing.
Yeah.
If you replace God with us doing the next right thing, you're in business. If you struggle with that kind of thing.
Well, I think, we've talked about this. It's like you hear the word God or you talk about God for people like us, and it's still kind of like unnatural, It's still like just like...
It's uncomfortable.
Right.
For whatever reason.
And there's a lot of God in the daily reflection.
All right, here, keep going. I'm sorry, taking it away.
That's all right. Before coming to AA, I always had excuses for taking a drink. She said, he said, I got fired yesterday. I got a great job today. No area of my life could be good if I drank again. In sobriety, my life gets better each day. I must always remember not to drink, to trust God, and to stay active in AA. Am I putting anything before my sobriety, God, and AA today? I feel like that's the old, they're just saying anything you put before your sobriety, you're going to lose anyway. That old saying.
Agreed. And I mean, like my old sponsor would say, because he was not a religious person and he was not even like a God person, but he would always phrase God's will as serving God, and what is serving God? It's the next right thing. So it's like if you boil it down to that and you don't have some overlord that seems like a fantasy kind of thing, then you can get into it.
I think some of this, like what you were talking about, like if it wasn't so, I guess it has to be focused on God. I do believe it's some sort of divine program, but I feel like it also turns like a lot of people away from it, like I just wish there was a way to like lighten it up on that to appeal to more people, because there's got to be thousands and thousands of people who like are completely turned off from AA, and there's so much other shit in AA that is amazing, and those people miss out on that because of that.
But it also turns on the light for all these other people who are like God-centered.
That's true.
These freaks.
Can't there be a little
I apologize.
Can't there be a little of both?
No, it is. And I think like we try to refine it to the next right thing and to, being good. I mean, there is a Christian ethic involved in God, and it's that Christian ethic that we want. Don't do unto others as others would do unto you. Be good to your neighbor. Be true to your school. Whatever that shit is. Whatever they're talking about. But I think this is good. I think this is a proper daily reflection. So thank you for coming back, Evan.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. If you're coming to DopeyCon, Evan's going to be there.
Hopefully, I see you guys then.
Long Island will be represented.
Yes, sir.
So
Long Island.
Long Island will be represented. Stay strong, Dopey Nation, and fucking toodles for Chris.
Fucking toodles for Chris.